What's up, y'all? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, and I want to talk about a scene from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Marceau is speaking a little fast. Definitely his adrenaline was pumping because he was conversing kind of to Martell, mostly about Martell. He did not really make a lot of eye contact with Martell. And he says some things that are quite interesting, especially if you listen carefully and read between the lines. So before we get into him admitting that, on purpose, they never spoke anything derogatory about Martell over the seasons of LAMH because he would not want that done to him. I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. Okay, so this scene is coming from Reality Entertainment TV on Instagram. And of course, we have the still shots here because OWN does not like you playing the straight video from their scenes. They could flag the video. So we're going to go ahead and get into this soundbite and I will come back with my commentary.
I'm hungry. I want to eat some coleslaw in the back of a Buick.
Yeah.
A lot of coleslaw, a lot of sausage.
I know that's right.
Put slaw all over my dog.
People gave Ariana the nickname Coleslaw because he was the side chick. And so me saying that I want some coleslaw is trying to get under his skin. But it's so easy to do. I'm the kind of guy that fights gas with fire. When you're upset with me, I like to make you more upset.
I feel like there's something else between y'all that's
It's not. No, it's
unspoken.
Not.
What is going on?
That's why. Thank you, Will. That's what we're trying to
What's
get.
happening?
It's all out. Everybody.
I've been asking that for the past year.
What you asked is a fair question. How did we get here? Right. This is what I thought. When Scope broke up. Yeah,
but you can't even say that because you never saw that I had an issue with him, though, bro. You can't say that.
Why did he get bought out? That's not.
What
happened with the buyout then? Why did it even get there then?
Because that was the thing that we had mentioned in the first beginning. Marsau, again, he couldn't find no job. He got let go from the goddamn movie theater. He was a manager. He couldn't find a job, and so therefore I said, let's start the business together. I said, by the time the business get up, he can buy me out because I don't want to continue on in stuff.
That's not true. At the time that I worked at a movie theater, understand, I owned a 60-unit apartment complex, a 12-unit apartment complex, a 4-unit apartment complex, and like 10 homes. And I worked at the movie theater.
It's just not adding up here on either side. There's nothing wrong with managing a movie theater. But at the same time, if you own all this freaking real estate that Marsau's saying he owned, then why would you even take the help from Martell? I don't know. They just keep going back and forth, and it's kind of hard to even get the truth.
Martell was genuinely concerned. And he's like, bro, what you gonna do? You got a wife and some kids, and you are going to work every day. What are you gonna do? Maybe we can do something. That's some friendly.
9 years ago, Martell and I decided we were going to go in business together called Scope. We were going to do residential and commercial construction. Things didn't go so well. We ended up going in different directions. And Martell was trying to sell it that he was doing me a favor by getting me into business with him. So what he's doing now is trying to rewrite history because deep down, he's always thought that he was better than me.
The beef is very simple for me. Martell got caught cheating, and the sides, he's going to drag everyone else down. He continues to make bad decisions in his life. And he blames others for his bad decisions, right?
Bro, no.
And so real talk about the problem is this, though. Martell always seen me as just not on the right level. And it's not until he starts seeing this start rising and him start falling that he wants to bring down. So he got so much to say. Well, they do this.
Bro, yes,
they
I'm
do
going
this.
through
They do
it.
this.
You know you wanna goddamn continue
no
to
one else is
dead horses.
just talking, and no one ever said anything about him, and he
me-
cannot prove
hold on.
it. He can't say one thing.
It took me
I made
4 or
2
5
jokes.
years now.
On
Say
the 10th
something
year
about it,
anniversary,
bro.
I made 2 jokes. They're busy. I said, well, Martell been a busy little bee. We're laughing about that.
Why y'all think that the Holtz wouldn't celebrate their 10 year?
Based on recent conversations, one of them has been a little busier than others.
You're so funny.
Somebody's been a little busy. And then
What does that mean?
Martell's cheating. Martell came back and later said, well, that kind of disturbed me. I said, you know what? Y'all were making light of the situation, so I was making jokes of it. However, I wouldn't want you to do that to me. My bad. And I ain't said since then. But then he goes on interviews and national blogs, and Martell Marshall, and he's always got my name in his mouth.
I never showed I had a problem with Marsau. And the only reason I'm coming at him now, and now coming at Tisha, because of the lies they've been telling. And I'm like, bro, they gotta stop. You did a whole interview. What'd you get for it?
Satisfaction?
You got them right.
That's what satisfies
Hey,
you.
hold on. Another thing with somebody that's your boy, and then when they come
I'm not
lying
your
about some
fucking
shit, hey,
so stop that thought. I'm not your boy.
This is just a waste of time. Right now, they're just running around a mulberry bush.
I don't like liars.
I'll sound like the truth.
This is just like stupid at this point.
I bring forth facts.
That's not true.
It's not moving us forward. This is just mudslinging.
Y'all a lot about everything.
This is clown.
I'm returning fire now. Every time he says something, he's getting something back.
The girl that you was
How'd
shooting
that
your
work
wife
out
with, I
for
brought her to the forefront.
How'd that work out for you?
I did an interview with her.
How'd that work out for you?
I don't know. You have not
How'd that
responded. You
work
said
out
you
for
was going to shoot back.
How'd
So
that
where's
work
your
out
shot
for you?
back? Because I got some. So where's your shot back?
Listen, all I want you to do,
Where's
all I
Tisha?
want you to do,
Where's Tisha?
all I want you to do
Where's
is
Tisha?
everything out there. Put that whole vagina on the table, baby.
No.
Put that whole thing out there.
Fire back.
And tap
Like
that thing.
you just said.
I'm not about to.
Hold on, bro.
No, I'm firing back the way I want to fire. Oh my God.
Neither of these guys are afraid to hit below the belt. I think each one of the guys are trying to outdo the other, and it's just getting out of hand.
I'm saying, don't say about me.
I
I don't about you. I
Hey,
make videos about you. Don't say nothing about me. Hey, how I know?
Marsau wants to get his jabs in. I think Martell wants to get his jabs in. And ultimately, there's egos at war right now. So the better solution may be just them two together. One-on-one, I think that might be better and more productive.
Can we do respect from here on out? If you respect him, he'll respect you, and we don't have to worry about that no more.
He told me you don't respect me.
I get it, but just let it. Is that possible?
I'm saying I have nothing to talk about Martell for. I don't need his name in my mouth at all. So keep my name out your mouth. I'm hungry. I want to eat some coleslaw in the back of a Buick.
Okay, so I'm sure you all peeped the shade. That clip, it started off with Marsau making a jab at coleslaw, also known as Ariane, Martell's mistress turned girlfriend. Marsau said that he wants some slaw on his hot dog. And he admitted in his confessional that he was trying to get under Martell's skin, but then he says, but it's so easy to do that, which I think is a very covert jab at Martell's state of mind, trying to say like he gets easily riled up. He goes from 0 to 100 real quick. It doesn't take much, but he said that he was purposely trying to get under Martell's skin by taking a jab at Ariane. And I'm sure that Marsau sees that as fair game, considering the things that Martell said about Tisha going back to Field Day from the previous season. I call it season 6, when he was saying that Tisha was getting down with somebody in the back of a vehicle. So Marsau was returning that energy. And Marsau, he started talking about how season 1, when they were surprising Martell and Melody at the time to take them out to dinner for their 10th anniversary, they were riding in the limo, and Marsau said that because they were talking like, why wouldn't they celebrate their 10th anniversary? And Marsau said, well, they've been busy, and one of them's been really busy, a busy bee. And it sounds like off camera, Martell must have watched season 1, did not like that joke, and he ran it by Marsau, and Marsau said, okay, he found it disturbing. I thought it was okay because they made light of it, but I won't say anything because I would not want that done to me. I found that to be interesting, and I do know, like, you say that pretty naturally, I wouldn't want that done to me. But I feel like you only say that when the situation applies, when it is applicable. So I'm not saying that Marsau cheated on Tisha. I have no proof. I do not know them personally. I just thought that was an interesting choice of words versus him saying something like, Martell let me know he didn't like the busy bee joke. So I said, okay, fine. I won't speak on your marriage and the infidelity again because I don't want my friend being mad at me, or I don't want him feeling uncomfortable. I don't want him feeling shame. But he didn't say any of that. He said, I wouldn't want that done to me, as if there's that possibility. There's that open window where Martell could make a joke about something similar involving Marsau and Tisha. So I just thought that that was interesting. Martell didn't really jump up on it because his jab, what he thought he was doing was trying to shame Marsau when he said, "Oh, we founded Scout because he couldn't find a job and he wasn't working at the movie theater anymore." And I want to say that while some jobs obviously pay a lot more money than others, I think it's kind of a lazy read to think that you're shaming someone because of the type of job that they have. In my opinion, especially if you are not harming people, if you're not scamming anyone, or if you are not contributing to the DRUG epidemic in the Black community, if you're working a legal job, I think you can find integrity. There is integrity in all jobs. Whether you work in maintenance, aka you are the janitor, or if you are the bus driver. If you're a bus driver, you work for local government. That's like a government job. So I would imagine that includes health insurance and a 401k option, and you make some decent money. Is it making six figures? No. But is it a decent job? Yes. And so Marceau worked at a movie theater. Okay. I think some people thought that was like embarrassing him to bring that up, but at least he did work a legal job to help contribute to the bills for his family. I do have to say that. And is it the best job? No, because it's not going to be enough money, but it is something coming in and it is a legal job. My dad, he worked two jobs for dozens of years. He worked at a Ford auto plant. So that was a blue collar job. And then he worked at a cleaners. And the Ford motor plant, that was automotive, a blue collar job, but still for a car company that had great insurance and a life insurance policy. And we went to college, my siblings and I. So you have to look at things in totality and not just kind of pigeonhole and look at things so black and white. I just wanted to say that. But I found that very interesting, Marceau's choice of words, that they chose to keep quiet over the years, over the seasons of LAMH, and not speak on anything because they did not want Martell to return that energy, only for him to betray this sort of pact that they've formed. And he did try to embarrass Tisha and Marceau. And I think he really thought that maybe he could get Tisha to leave him, but Tisha is definitely locked in. She ignores anything that could possibly hurt her feelings. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of feel like if something did happen, she obviously chose to forgive and to stay, but she's on a reality TV show and she's just refusing to deal with the real if something happened in their marriage. But Martell thought that he could probably force that out of them, and they are definitely not budging on if anything that that young lady said was legitimate. But I definitely wanted to bring this up because I felt like Marceau, he wanted to get things off of his chest. He wanted to say things in this scene. I guess he figured he had to say things. He was filming. He was talking fast, not totally making eye contact with Martell. And he said some things that I felt were very, very interesting. And Martell really didn't jump up or even react to the coleslaw comment. I'm guessing because there were so many men there that could probably pick him up and throw him somewhere, primarily Ken and his friend sitting next to him. I think his name is Will. And yeah, he remained calm and he stayed in his seat. And now Marceau is saying anytime he says something about me, I'm saying something back about him. So now we have to see if Martell will shut up or if he has any legit receipts. But what did you all think about the things that Marsau said and him admitting that Martell told him he did not like the busy bee joke, so he said he wouldn't say anything else about it because he would not want that done to him. I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you all are having a great weekend so far. You know, I thought we would have at least a very still hot September. This time a week ago, it was hot, but for the past few days, it's just been chilly. It's like the temperature is in the 50s right now. I know it's in the AM as it's still morning as I'm recording this video, but man, I'm gonna miss the summer. But I think I'm still just gonna wear like a long sleeve shirt and a hoodie and still walk at the park. But it seems like the cooler temps, they are just taking over. But I hope that you're still having a great weekend. I did go see The Conjuring. It wasn't as like frightening, but it does deal with some really scary topics, I'll say. But it was entertaining for those of us who like scary movies. But I did go see The Conjuring yesterday. And I went to the gym and I like cleaned my bathroom. And then, you know, I just kicked it at home last night. So I will talk with you all soon and you take good care. Bye.